Okay, the stream should be active now. Give it a few seconds
Cool.
and it'll be live on the channel. We'll get everybody introduced here. Do this all professional, like. Okay. Dean, you ready?
Yeah, just gonna tweet this out, and yeah, well, we already have people coming in, so that's good.
Perfect. All right. So, everybody, welcome to another live episode of Couch Crows with me, your host, Crow, the other co host, Dean of DA Talks, and our very special guest today. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I go by Glenn, but everyone knows me as the real Jaimie Markey. Well, usually when I'm wearing a red wig.
I'm fair. What, Dean? What's going on here? I thought we had Jaimie Marchi coming in today.
That's on
This
me. That's on booking.
this is my real voice. Okay,
Oh my gosh, it makes so
don't be a
much
bigot.
sense now. I. It makes so much sense now, guys. Jaimie Moochi was always a dude. It makes so much sense now.
Okay, look, I identify as a very beautiful,
Blob.
thick-thighed woman, so I'm feeling pretty fucking offended right now.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into this. I need to pull up my questions. I am not ready. I am tweeting.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not.
All right. So, Glenn, thank you so much for joining us today. You are the person behind the woman, behind the man, behind the woman parody account, right?
Yep, that's me.
All right, perfect. I don't think I said any of that incorrectly, right? Because I don't want to be accused of bigotry.
No, that's perfect.
Ah, perfect. So let me know, as someone who's dived deep down into the mind of a self-identified blob of human fat, how are you? How's your mental state right now?
Well, I usually go with the logic. It must be everyone else that's angry, so it's pretty good. It's fine.
There you
That's
go.
solid logic.
Yeah, I like it.
So, of course, we have some questions prepared for you. Now the first thing I want to ask you is the Jaimie Moochi parody account it's obviously made in response because of the whole Vic situation. I'm curious, how did you hear about what was happening with Vic?
I can't remember the exact article. I saw it when I was fucking around on Google or another website, and then I was looking at it. I'm like, well, someone else got me too, but it caught my interest. You know, I'm not a big Vic fan. Anime was a here and there thing. I barely remember what these people look like when I came across it. You know, I knew the names because I did watch Dragon Ball a lot through the years. You know, I remember
Mm.
Vic's name as Broly. I remember Sabat, kind of, sort of, Rial, and a few others. I remember Chuck Hubert. You know, Monica Rial, not so much because there's been like what 3 different Bulmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, I came across that, and for a few months, I just kind of monitored it because I never really cared about Twitter. I just watched it unfold, and that's when I realized this could be pretty fun to do a parody.
No,
Well,
that's
I guess I have a follow up question to that, because what you just said, and we actually have somebody who regularly, I guess, comments on my little brother's content. But how does any of this help Vic?
don't answer that.
Yeah, I think we know the answer. For me, it's less about helping Vic, and I just like making those fucking morons squirm. So
Hey, I
it's
mean,
very entertaining to me.
Yeah, well, it must be difficult, right? Because I'm sure you you talk to a lot of idiots online due to the nature of your Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's I mean, there's a good bit of people that just laugh it off. Oh, ha, ha, okay, you got me. And then there's the people that take my donkey punch joke literally and report me.
Yeah, well, because you have been banned or suspended a few times,
I'm on my fourth
right?
account. Yeah,
Yeah.
fourth account.
Jeez.
But
Now,
most of those all out permanent suspensions, I am more than certain that Marky was personally responsible.
I mean,
jeez.
she gets really triggered by the parodies.
I didn't see that coming, and
Why?
all the same, I'm so glad it happened. It stirred up some entertainment.
True. I mean,
Oh,
like
without a doubt.
I mean, at the end of the day, the parody should be about making people laugh, and you definitely do that. But I kind of remember, I guess the big one was the Kimlin Tran situation that happened, where she got really, really, really upset over the parody contents and it wasn't funny.
Yeah, we will be asking. We will go into that, Crow. Just so you know.
So, do you want to not go into it now?
No, it's just it comes up later.
Okay, well, take
Okay.
over.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just flow. But was there a person or perhaps another parody account that inspired you to make the Jaimie Moochi account?
It was mostly seeing the Ron Soy and Shane Homelessberg parody accounts get into trouble because they were about a month or two before me, and I saw them messing with people and was like, yeah, I can do this shit too.
Okay. Now, the Ron Soye, who's actually in the chat right now,
Yeah, see you in the chat. What's up, Ron?
he gets people a lot. Like he's able to trick people pretty frequently. Him and Shane Homelessberg both trick people very frequently.
Yeah, when it comes to actually fooling people, those two, they're the best, and it's a little easier for them. See, Ron, the real Ron, and the real Shane, they're not Twitter verified.
Mm-hmm.
Jaimie is, and if you're a blue checkmark that's a feminist, Twitter will nuke somebody for you. So I think they finally decided to leave me alone because it's not working.
Yeah, you always come back. You're like herpes.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the parody account, not you. I guess Jamie Marchie's like her.
The best kind of herpes.
Now, we. It's funny that we talked about the Shane Homelessberg account because there was the Kristen Monroe incident where leaked DMs showed that the Shane Homelessberg account got her to say that she would write an article lying about how Vic touched her. So because of that, we know that the parody accounts like to trick people into believing that they aren't the parody accounts. Do you have any stories you could tell us where you or any of the other parody accounts tricked people into believing you were the real deal?
Nothing as great as that one. I mean, when it comes to tricking people, Shane and Ron got it, and that was probably the big one. I mean, when she said that, we were trying to figure out whether or not she was a parody herself before it went public.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. After you.
All right. Well, no, I haven't had anything huge. I think the last one I've had a few take me seriously, thinking I'm Jaimie without looking at the name or the profile, which is kind of important. But
Mm-hmm.
I make it a little bit more obvious because she's a blue check mark, and they'll come down on you if it's too similar.
Yeah.
And but there were people that just look at the picture and they'll come at me. You know, Jaimie has gotten a little bit more popular outside the Vic situation because she can't stop running her mouth on Twitter, which is fine by me. She gives me material, and then I'll retweet someone angry about it, and they'll come at me thinking I'm her. The big one was a guy. He had IStandWithVic and GamerGate, right in his profile, which I'm not against the two, but at the same time, I think we can agree there's idiots on both sides.
Yeah.
And
That's fair.
this person was, he was pants on head, retarded. I made a fisting joke about cleansing out his male toxicity. My usual stick. He took it seriously. He actually
Mm-hmm.
took it seriously. I think his name was Big Ben. He's changed. I don't remember his actual Twitter handle. I'm not going to throw it out there. People mess with him. I think he's been banned several times himself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he reported several of my tweets And next thing I know, I'm locked down for a whole week. So yeah, half of my temporary bans, a good bit of those, they're from other Vic people that took my dildo joke or my vagina joke a little too seriously and thought it was her. And it was like, oh yeah, I got her. It's like, no, you didn't. No, Jaimie Marchi isn't calling herself the Cooch Queen, and she's not making anal sex jokes.
I mean, I kind of get why they get confused. Because sometimes the parody just gets way too close to the source material.
At times I can do that. There was one where I had a group of them coming at me, because I tried to not to just do gross jokes, and like where I told someone their penis was pressing women, and that drew some heat. And not gonna lie, that was pretty hilarious. It was right after she kept making tweets about the changing Funimation changing lines in their anime, and then something about China and sex slaves. I don't know. She keeps laying these golden eggs of stupidity. It's hard to keep up with all of them.
Oh yeah. She's just desperate for attention. That's why she's always running around on Twitter, waiting for anybody to notice her. I mean,
I'm okay with that.
I mean, you gotta admit, right? Like, before all this Vic stuff happened, like I had no clue who this lady was. Didn't even want to know who this lady was. Now, because I'm talking about this stuff, her name's popping up constantly with anybody talking about anime because she's just being so outlandishly stupid. I mean, at the end of the day, the louder you are, the more people are going to be looking at you.
Right. I had somewhat heard of her because she caught heat for the lines a few years back. I think it was that Dragon Maid.
Oh, that was her
anime.
Oh wow.
Well, I looked into it. I looked into some of that stuff when I started doing the parodying because I see what they're saying and try to base some of my jokes off of that. It didn't take long. It was like 20 minutes of research. I was like, oh yeah, I got her. She's not outright, but she is a feminazi to the core.
Oh,
but as far as Dragon Maid, from what I saw, she denied it, which is kind of hard to. I don't believe her. I think she had something to do with it. She might not have been the only one, but I think she did. Mainly because she was credited as one of the lead writers. That, and given her behavior, I fully think she did. I fully believe she put that bullshit about a patriarchy in there.
It would seem like the sort of thing that she would be A-okay with. I can't stand when they're that core and intent on changing things when they're on these lesser known products, because I just imagine if they just had the fucking balls, right, to just go out there and change lines in Dragon Ball, go out there and change lines in like One Piece or something, right? Make it more PC friendly, and then they watch just everybody lose their shit. So instead, they do it on these smaller series that have a more tight knit fan base, but it's not that massive, right? So when there's backlash, it's a lot smaller. I can't stand how slimy these people are, right? Because if you actually believed in doing that and you believed it was right and correct, then just do it in everything and just let the fans decide if they want to watch trash.
Right.
But they're cowards, so what are you gonna do?
And more power to her. I mean,
just
gonna keep biting her in the ass, and that too. See, people report her all the time. I don't want her gone. I didn't even want Dom gone because I mess with her too, and they're both Spurgs. I think there was a contest between the both of them. Spurging Dom would win, but I don't want them gone. There's prime source of entertainment.
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
Yeah, actually, Dominique Sky, I think, is permanently suspended.
Yeah, I just saw that earlier. All her accounts are nuked. I figured it might have been a temporary one, but when I looked at it, it looks a lot like my old accounts. My other parody accounts, I got blown the hell up.
Yeah.
Twitter did to her what they did to me. They let out tactical nukes and got rid of her. So I don't know what she did to piss them.
Probably an IP ban. I would have to guess.
Oh yeah, most likely. and I don't think they only do that for perma bans. So I like to know
Yeah.
what she did to piss them off.
She probably, I mean, you would imagine she probably just got reported enough, right?
That's possible because my third Jaimie account, that was the one where Jaimie herself directly came after me and sent her
Yeah.
fucking army of cucks after me, and I got mass reported to all to hell and back, and then
Well,
the next day I was gone.
so since you mentioned that, I'm gonna skip a couple questions and go straight to this one. Has Jaimie Marchi or any other higher up KickVic people ever contacted you or any of the other parody accounts in attempts to silence your guys' accounts?
Other than Jaimie, no direct contact. The only thing I really did was trick a few of them into liking and one of them to responding to me on a tweet before they figured out that I was in fact a parody. Yeah, Shannon what's his nuts? Yeah, he
McCormick.
responded me to a few times. Yeah, McCormick. Yeah, I think I might have a screenshot saved somewhere, but I did get him, and then he realized it and he actually complimented me for it, and then he blocked me. Well, thanks, buddy.
That's a good spirit.
The big one was Jaimie didn't directly contact me, but she decided to make a show of it, which did not. All that did was help me out. She drew more attention to me, so I don't know why she thought that was a good idea.
I don't think I ever saw that. Could you explain how that situation went down?
I can send you the screens later, but I'll give you a recap, and this is probably my high point. It started off not long after I made the third account, and I don't think I made but a tweet or two, and she made a post the screenshot of my name and profile. So I'm wondering if this bitch had Google alerts set out to look out for me. Okay, so it might report later. I don't know. So, well, go ahead and report me. Give a shit. It's doing great for you so far, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, a week or so goes by. She has me blocked. She did report me and block me. I got another one of those impersonation warnings. I mean, at this time, I had parody in my profile and in my handle, in my name.
But
and then
they don't care, though. I mean, they want you guys
gone. No, Twitter doesn't care. Each time I've been banned, I was well within the rules. So and this third one was the doozy. Eventually, I found a big KickVic thread. A bunch of them, strangely enough, didn't have me banned, so I decided to have some fun. And I made a joke about crushing Vic's head between my ass cheeks. And she unblocks me, retweets my joke, and comments on, "This is the reason why women don't come forward." Apparently, me making jokes about ass cheeks crushing people's head is keeping rape victims from reporting rape.
No, it's keeping. Excuse me, sir. You making offensive jokes about Jaimie Marchi's ginormous ass cheeks crushing Vic's skull is grossly offensive. But the real problem there was it's not stopping rape victims from coming forward, sir. It is stopping victims of hair pulling from coming forward because they know they will be mocked relentlessly. Shame on you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that retweet she went off. It conjured her little moron army after me. I think it got like 700-800 likes and a couple hundred comments, and I screenshot a couple of those. And then in the thread where I made the initial tweet, it devolved into utter chaos. Everybody was coming at me. "I reported you. You're a disgusting human being." And then I'd fire an insult back, and they blocked me. There was one report after another. It got pretty big, bigger than I thought. I signaled the other parody accounts, and they jumped in, started talking shit, and it was great. And I had people from both sides thinking I was actually her. They were like, "Why are you doing this?"
I gotta say, all of these voice actors are some of the thinnest skinned people I've ever seen. And actually, it was yesterday, not related to Miss Markey, because I'm blocked from all of these people, and I'm not even trying to see the things that they say anymore.
Oh yeah, most of KickVic, small, big. I think they've wised up to who I am. They blocked me on site. I haven't had a kickback victim in a while. Been about a month or so.
So this new guy, I don't actually know his name, and I don't want to be linking his Twitter or anything like that or what happened. But I guess the person that took over Vic's role on Ruby, somebody made a comment basically saying like they heard his voice acting, and this was their opinion, and they linked the meme from Tropic Thunder, where it's like, never go full retard, right? So
Yeah.
he gets so triggered when he sees that meme and goes something about like my family member, somebody in my family is, mentally disabled. And I get that, right? But then he goes, "Why don't you fight me in real life, you weak little punk?" And I'm like,
okay, I missed this one. How did I not see this shit? When was this?
I will link it to you. It was yesterday, and I saw it from.
Oh, it's still fresh. Oh,
yeah, it's still fresh. It's still fresh.
I'm going to introduce myself sometime later.
I will send it to you because it actually got better from there. So then somebody like takes a shot of it, tweets it out, and says, "I had no clue this person was like this," because he's getting triggered, right? And then he responds to that person, and basically said, if anyone knows their real name, I have a special present for them, right? So people start going like, dude, that's a threat. That's targeted harassment. You can't be doing that. You basically challenged the guy to a fight online and then tried to get his real name. Like, what the hell? He turns around, deletes the tweet with the little winky face asking for the dude's name to give him a present, and makes another tweet stating, I have very real threats to my safety. I believe this person is unstable, and knowing his personal information will help with my safety. And I'm sitting there going like, the dude posted a meme. You said you were going to fight him in real life, and then said you wanted his real name. But he's the threat? Like, my gosh, the thinness of their skin. They must walk outside, and if they're not in that little bubble, which is like a gentle breeze would peel it right off of them.
That is beautiful. I love people like that on Twitter.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have fun with this guy, believe me.
Yeah, I'll see what we can do afterwards.
So hey, everybody, if you're not following at Burning Crotch on Twitter, I made sure to update the description, so their link is in there. Make sure you hit them with a follow, and then turn on your notifications, because I imagine it'll be pretty funny in another like hour or so.
Give me just a minute. I'm reading the chat. Don't worry, Ron. I'll get it to you too. Lady Titania, it's okay. I get reported all the time. A little technical know-how. Twitter can't stop you.
Well, so we've all been reported for seemingly really silly things, but I'm really curious how Twitter's like AI works, because I got reported for telling someone to stop being insulting.
Yeah, I've seen some of these reports that aren't insults at all or anything, and I think I've seen one of you guys actually posted about it. And I know Emash got one too. So that left me a little. I was like, "What the heck is this? Are there humans checking these reported posts, or is it just an AI?"
I think it's an AI, right? Because I think what it is if there's enough people that report one thing, the AI doesn't even check to see if it's offensive. It assumes it's offensive and just like bans.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff I've gotten hit for, deserved it. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some things you posted. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I got hit. Aside from the one I got the other week for the 7 days. Dude, the one before that was like a good month or so, but it was talking about using a snake skin whip on some white guy's butt cheeks, and I couldn't argue with that. I just deleted it and did my couple days.
The one thing I will say this, because I see Ron Soy has been in the chat the entire time, right? This dude said something really offensive, and I was just like, ooh, I'm not going near that one. I'm not even going to repeat it because I can't say it on the channel what he said. You guys do go a little bit too hard sometimes, right?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I don't regret any of it.
No, I
I mean,
I think
I
it's
was
funny, but I'm like, oh no, don't go near it.
I was expecting my last tweet about the blackface Photoshop to stir up some ass mad, but nothing really came of that.
No, that's like, so I'm curious, right? Because there's some people that believe that everything's okay to joke about or nothing's okay to joke about. I'm one of those people. And then there's some people that think that the parody accounts maybe sometimes go a little too far. Do you ever struggle with that thought?
No.
All right. I didn't think so, but I figured I'd
The
ask.
reason I say that, I mean, I do agree. Either it's all okay or none of it is. But these people have a method of not listening, or should I say reading, to the stupid shit I say on Twitter or any other parodies. It's called a fucking block button.
Yeah.
Which a lot of them utilize, or in Jaimie's case, she'll lift it up and try to make herself look like a fucking victim over a butt cheek joke. Or Dom, who kept me blocked, but kept going around the block to see what I was saying and made a super smart idea to publicly call me out and thought she was funny. Didn't work out for her either. She ended up screaming for people to mass report me, and then there's the DMCA takedowns. Yes.
Yeah, so, well, let's talk about those DMCA takedowns. Because this isn't your first parody account, right?
As account as a whole, this is my fourth. Like the second one, I did Renfamous briefly, and I don't like Renfamous as much as anybody else, but to her credit, she didn't let it get to her, and that was kind of boring for me. She actually retweeted and said, "Hey, this is kind of funny," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, yeah, took the sale out of you. The wins out of your sales.
She's a little bit of a troll herself. I think the only thing she's really guilty of is just talking all kinds of stupid shit on Twitter. I mean, it's good to make fun of her. She'll lose her mind sometimes, but she's not quite as a snowflake or spurg as, say, Dominique or Jaimie or Monica Rial.
That is 100% true. Like, I will 100% say that. She has thicker skin than they do. But I will say this, right? If you are talking to her, and I've seen this a couple times, I've done it too, but if you're talking to her, and during the conversation you slip in anything about her weight, then she'll spaz out.
Yeah, I've seen that shit. I've seen her complain, why does everyone call me an orca when Tug's fat? It's like, lady, it's a fucking joke. Good lord.
Yeah, see, and that's one of those things, like, if she just went with the joke to begin with, it would have stopped. But
I mean, she's not even that damn big. I've seen full pictures of her. I mean, I don't like her ass, but she's all that bad looking if she's not wearing that, what the fuck ever that is, blue wig on her head. I don't understand that.
There are definitely thicker, more rotund, and far uglier people that have been involved in all this shit, all the drama, and definitely a part of Kick Vic. No praise towards Renfamous, but it's like you said, she's more of a troll than anything else. She just puts herself into whatever movement's going on. She trolls people like crazy and just gets attention for herself from it. Like, I don't think she believes in anything she says. I mean, she admitted to one point being a paid troll for the RNC, going out there and triggering people to start shit. That. Yeah. And she does the same thing now.
I mean, she's not exactly trolling, but she, at the same point, I know she's doing that shit to get people going, riled up. I've seen that. I mean, I do it too, except I'm actually funny when I do it.
Yeah.
She's just a bit of a sped, so.
But to go back to the question, so yeah, you had done a Renfamous parody account for a little bit, but then, if I remember correctly, you'd also done a Dominique one.
Yeah, that was actually on my current account. I did Renfamous for maybe a month or so, and I went back to Jaimie, and then not even a few weeks later, I got capped for violating impersonation rules that I was not violating. Then there was a third one, which we talked about earlier. And then the fourth one, I've actually had this account for a long time. I just went ahead and turned it into another parody because I wasn't using it otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of going right back to Jaimie, I decided to mess with Dominique for a little while. She had it coming. No one's really fully made fun of her yet on Twitter, outside of just calling her out on her shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, let's see if I can get her attention. Oh boy, did I! Yeah, I was just using the picture she had a picture of the nurse, and I checked every now and then, or someone would screen cap one of her tweets, say, "Hey, this is what stupid shit she's saying," and she had publicly called me out. And it's when she changed the nurse picture, the hat she was wearing, to "still fired." Hey, if you're going to be a parody, use this picture. So she pretty much gave me consent. Okay, I'll use that picture. And after I make an alteration. And so I changed the "still fired" part to "consulate," and she wasn't amused.
No, I bet she wasn't.
And I did that one myself. I'm definitely no wizard at Photoshop. I did another one giving her fucked up teeth, and I did another one making her huge. But the truly creative ones, those come from a few other folks I asked to help me out. The consulate bathwater, I can't take credit for that one. I'm not going to say who did it. I don't want to put them on blast, but that one got a lot of attention. That made her spurg out. She kept changing her picture. Yeah. Kept getting people trying to mass flag me, but she's not verified, and if you're not verified and you're parodying someone, Twitter is not going to give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing came of it.
So from there, she did DMCA.
Yes. Well, it was shortly after. She actually had a little conversation with Akiva Cohen. Somebody was still following him and able to screen cap something he had about her copywriting her shit. And I think that's where she got the idea to DMCA me. Maybe. And she could have been playing it to begin with. I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
But she eventually did. She got me 3 times. And she's been doing it to other people ever since. I think it started with me. Maybe.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. First she got my the avatar I was using, which was hers. And then she got the consulate ad, and seriously, in the DMCA, claimed that I was trying to actually sell her bathwater. Like, I don't... Who's overlooking this shit?
Yeah. How would you even have access?
Either way, you could take one good look at that picture and say, "Oh yeah, this is a joke." And then the third one was it was the nurse picture, which she's claiming was hers, which wasn't, because she tried sending the artist's friend after me to talk shit to me before when I made the little alteration. So I had a choice. I could contest the DMCA's, but if I did that, she'd get all my information, my personal information. Because when you fill out a DMCA or try to contest it, both of your information is shared. All hers is in the email, but I'm not sending her mine. I don't put it past these fucking people to use my information or call the work or college or whatever I'm at to try to screw with me, just because I hurt their fucking feelings.
Yeah. No,
I let it go.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So in the chat, Soye just brought up Ron's Facebook gay ops. We were somewhat talking about that before the stream. Could you fill us all in?
Yeah, thank you, Ron. All right, well, we had someone, I'm not going to put him out there. We had someone in that Facebook group. Now, we knew it for a while. And this kind of come back.
What was the Facebook group, just for context?
It was... Damn, I got a picture of it somewhere. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to remember the exact name. I don't know if they changed it since then, because Ron flipped out and kicked everybody out of there. Well, most people. It was like the anti-parody task force, something like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Gosh, that sounds fucking...
somewhat about...
real dumb.
Now, this group's been around for a while. and I think it started off with noble intentions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they did, yeah, and this actually comes back to a Tran, the Team 4-star girl, because I think she was a part of it before, and this is where a bit of the misunderstanding comes from. But we'll get to her later. But it initially started off to deal with people that were actually trying to impersonate voice actors and get people's personal information and scam them.
Okay.
Now, it eventually evolved into, you know, what it is now, which is, oh my god, they're being mean and making fun of me, and I don't know how to use a block function. Oh, they do. They're using a block function, but they can't stop looking at us. Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we had someone in there screen capping her stuff. We were aware of it for a while. We just didn't have anything extremely juicy hit. You know, because there were a couple times where Ron Toye was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure Vic's sending them all out, and he's in charge of them." I'm like, "You fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
Like, I barely remembered who Vic was until I started in on this whole mess. And then there was some of them have claimed, you know, one person's doing all the parodies. It's like, you know, well, let me clear that up now. No.
Yeah, well, that's been going around for a while.
Yeah, they like to claim that. I don't have time to do parodies. I only have multiple accounts because I just made another one after one got banned.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's basically what it is. They're keeping track of us, and this is another reason why I'd prefer to stay anonymous. You know, we did rustle their jimmies enough to have a Facebook keep track of us.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Dom, for all I know, she could have been doing those blatantly false DMCAs to get my personal information.
Oh,
she could have.
It'd be a good strategy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't contest it.
We know that Dominique does. I mean, she's okay doxing other people, so I would not put that past her. If she had your personal information, she would release it in a heartbeat.
I believe she would.
You offended her. That's it. That's all it takes.
Just her online behavior. Yeah. I don't trust a Spurg in general. You Spurging out, I'm just going to assume you're an idiot. But I'm sorry, I got off track. So eventually, our friend found out about the when Ron made that shit about the transcription shit, where he was paying a transcriber to go after Nick Recchietta, and I think any other YouTuber that was talking about him, maybe Nick for sure. He's definitely got a hate boner for Nick, and they got a hate boner for parody accounts, and it definitely got inflated once we kind of spread all the screenshots of him saying that. Yeah, I think I know Shane. I want to say, Ron, did you tweet out some of those pictures too? I know you're in chat. I know you can hear me.
Oh, Yellow Flash 2 is in the chat. I love the parody accounts. There you guys go.
Thanks. Then I didn't tweet the pictures out, but I did spread them to a few people in Discord. One of which was a mod on Nick Reckietta's Discord server. And speaking of Yellow Flash, it was like 3-4 hours later. He had a video about it. Then everyone followed suit. Nick's tweeting out, all right, going to do 5-hour streams from now on, so he pay extra for that transcriber or something.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and just for the record, I had no idea what the word consulate meant until Lemoyne said it.
Yeah, I don't think many of us knew what a consulate was.
I just wanted to get that out there. I thought it was the funniest shit when I heard it. I was like, yep, I'm using that one.
Well, it's hard not to.
But yeah, shortly after the whole Facebook thing, I think Ron and whatever other moderator, they started mass kicking people they didn't know. And unfortunately, it got our little mole, so we don't know what's going on there now.
Yeah, I imagine probably not too much, maybe. That must be a little scary, though.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a group of dedicated people, like people dedicated to bring you guys down.
I suppose so.
It's a group of really weird people that are just awful. and just desperate
And
to destroy your life. But they're also
and
fucking failures at their own lives, so I don't
I
really
mean,
know
they
how it
never
works.
outright said they wanted to know who we are, but I don't trust them on that. I fully believe if they found out who we were, they would they would mess with us.
But look at what they've done when they've had other people's personal information. I
Hmm.
mean, look at how many times they've complained about doxing and releasing personal information or releasing
Yeah,
things that
and
are public. And then they did look what they did with Nick and Ty. Like they're desperately trying to reveal everything they can about Nick, his
yeah,
family, his businesses, and just putting everything out there online. So I mean, like you can't trust these people. You don't give them anything.
and it's incredibly ironic now that Ron would say what horrible people we are for making mean jokes on the internet when this dude has transcriptions of his phone calls that would make Mel Gibson green with envy. Jesus Christ, I'm going to kill your dogs.
Yeah. Oh my
Can't say
gosh.
I've done that. Oh, but oh God, I made a mean joke on Twitter. Oh, that's worse.
Oh, he is a psychopath.
Dude, he is like, and some of the stuff that we missed, like the freaking threatening to beat his
Yeah.
ex, yeah, beat his ex wife, beat the new man, beat their daughter, all in front of his kid, and I'm like, dude, you gotta get like, I don't say get CPS involved, but motherfucker, if that's true, he should not be allowed near his fucking son.
I didn't read all that. I've been a little busy. Hell, I barely tweeted out in the last week.
Well,
Uh,
that was somewhat recent.
yeah, I remember it dropping, and I read some of it, but I didn't get a chance to read it all through. Were these more recorded phone calls or just testimony?
Transcripts
Transcripts, yeah. So the
from court.
previous, yeah. So she filed a restraining order and I guess a bunch of other things. The court found everything she said to basically be true, granted her everything, and she's got um the 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 actual phone calls. She saved those. And I guess she showed those to the court. So, I mean, it's true. There's no like dancing around it.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's really interesting though. If you were to ask Monica, you don't know these women. You can't trust all women. I guess.
Yeah, it shoots a hole in her fucking narrative, don't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, we always knew they were hypocrites. I
I mean,
didn't
yeah.
believe any of the stuff that they were.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a surprise, but then again, as soon as the shit about Ron hit, me and the other parodies kind of went crazy. And
Oh, I bet.
some of them are Photoshop experts, so you're welcome for some of those memes. Not me though, I'm bad at it, but there's a couple others that are pretty good at it.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, all jokes aside, that guy, that Ron Toye, is a really sick individual. Um, it baffles me that he would complain about people being online bullies when this guy, beats his wives.
I mean,
But
it shouldn't baffle you at all because generally speaking, a bully doesn't like when they're being made fun of. In fact, if anything, that just makes them even angrier. Bullies are some of the. And we talk about thin-skinned people. I mean, it makes perfect sense that Ron Toya would get involved with the VA because these people have. Oh my god, do they even have fucking skin? Or is it just like there's like that fleshy layer of muscle and fucking blood? Or weird. Hey, just get that description in your head for a little bit.
I mean,
I'm
it
good.
wasn't it wasn't entirely too surprising. I mean, come on now, male feminist every
Yeah.
fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm a male feminist.
And I like to
Oh
beat my
look,
wife.
oh look, there's your dick pic on the internet.
Oh man.
Oh gee, you made it past it, a little kid. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Though I was a little, I really wish we had audio of his phone calls.
Oh my god.
I think he would just quit the internet finally.
I
That
no,
was the case.
I honestly don't think so. I think if you had audio recording of this guy freaking out, they would still double down around him like they did when they because we have the transcripts. We know what he said, and the response was, "You can't believe these women." And Ron Toy is my best friend, and he's changed. He's changed now. He's not the same person. I'm sitting there going like, he seems like the exact same person. He seems like a jackass who likes to bully other people to get his way.
My favorite part was someone defending him because he bought her a laptop.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a male feminist. That is 100% a male feminist.
I forgot who said that. I think it was another voice actress. But no, I think I retweeted that actually. I can't remember if she blocked me or not. But I was like, yeah, it's okay. I buy my boyfriend's gifts too right before I put them in the collection.
Yeah, like no, I don't think he's a bad guy. He just bought me something. Yeah, these women are saying that he beat them, and there's a transcript of the actual phone calls to prove it. But
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, the court found it to be true. So you can't dance around it. This guy is a wife abuser. This guy threatened to chop up a living animal in order to spite that very same wife. There's no going around it. Yeah, you can play it like they do, where they go, he's changed and he's such a better person. And you don't know anyone as good as Ron Toy. And I'm sitting there going like, are you fucking high? Like, and if you are, I live in California. I just want to know who are you getting this shit from? Because I'm supposed to have access to the best stuff here, and I cannot get my mind as warped and twisted as any of these idiots. So please, can somebody who is not blocked just ask these people who their dealer is, and then just get me that guy's number?
I don't think you want what they're on, Crow.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad. Yeah. Now, so there have been some criticisms of the parody accounts. People say they take the joke too far, and it's not only not funny but morally wrong. The criticisms were most notably voiced by Kimlin Tran back in about April or May. Kimlin Tran is most notably recognized as the Dragon Ball Z abridged voice for Chi-Chi, which ironically is a parody of Dragon Ball Z. I believe she has since walked back her comments and criticisms, but it hasn't stopped people from running with that criticism. What would you say to people that have that criticism about you?
Well, first off, I actually
hold on, Ron Soye. Feeling cute. Wait. Might beat my ex-wife with a remote later. God damn.
Thank you, Ron.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was. All right. Well, I actually ended up talking that with her, and we worked it out. She's cool. I got no issue with her. I think the problem was, like I said, she was in that group. I don't know if she is now, or she's not paying attention to it. But that Facebook group was initially for scammers. And I guess she thought we were actually trying to convince people we were real, even though if you look at the handle and look at our profile, it clearly says joke parody account. No, I did talk to her, and I'd tell everyone else we're just internet clowns. We're just screwing around, having fun.
I will say this, because what you explained to me about the anti-parody task force, it sounds still ridiculous to me. But based on the way you described that, her explanation of why she was so upset with the parody account makes a little bit more sense now to me. But even when I was, because I tweeted at her, she responded to me, which I thought was nice, because I was like, look, I was like, I come from a country where they don't allow you to make fun of people, that's where my family comes from. And she's acknowledged that in, where her family comes from, they also have that exact same problem. You can't speak up against authority. You can't make fun of people in power because of what they'll do to you. So she acknowledged she made a mistake there, which I thought was great. And then she went on to Senpai's Home's channel, sat down with him. I remember that. Yeah. I have no ill will towards Kimlin Tran. I actually think that she did the right thing there.
Yeah. It's rare when someone's screeching. At first I thought she was just another offended snowflake, but we worked it out. I told her, like, look, I'm not trying to pull a scam. I'm just here to screw with people and laugh at them. That's it. You know, the whole Marky parody thing that doesn't go beyond Twitter. You know, put up a block me, and you won't see it. Simple as that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go around a block to mess with you. You know, fucking Jaimie and Dom, they went around their own block to get mad at me, which I'm glad they did. That's awesome. Jaimie, I believe she's wised up. I think she's wised up and decided to just leave me the hell alone. You know,
Yeah.
and that's how you handle a troll.
No, yeah,
You know?
you don't feed the troll.
Yeah, I mean, it disappoints me, but I'll fucking admit that's how you.
Yeah.
That's how
But what are you
get away
gonna
from
do? Like, you know?
Well, look, honestly, it's like you said. If you're making fun of somebody and you're trolling them and they're not giving you any type of reaction, you're not gonna care, right? It's like it's not fun.
Yeah, that's it. I
But
just move on to the next one. I mean, I'll find a spurg. Twitter's full of them.
no, that's the thing.
It's a land of milk.
That's the thing. When I'm getting trolled by somebody, I'll engage a little bit and I'll be like, I'm done. You know, I'll just walk away from the conversation now. I remember when I was first on Twitter, I felt the need to like argue with people nonstop. Now,
Yeah, you did.
yeah. Nowadays, I sit there and I go like, look, if someone's trolling you, just ignore it, right? Because all you're doing is giving exactly what they want. These people, no, the very fact that you even spoke about them, absolutely not. You need to, god damn you. Like you watch these people and it really makes you like look at the rest of the world, put everything into perspective and realize no matter what's going on in your life, you're probably a very happy person, right? And these people have all these fans. Supposedly they claim to have money. I don't see any real evidence of that, but whatever. Right? But they claim to, you know, be important people. They want to call themselves public figures now. And they are the most miserable, toxic individuals I've ever seen. I hate using the word toxic, but like, fuck's sakes. These people are miserable and they hate themselves. They hate everybody else.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, I think what's most surprising is how fast a lot of these people will see that you talked about them. Like, you didn't at them, but they'll notice, like, they'll notice that you talked about them. Half the time I miss when somebody ats me. You know what I mean? Like, how do they have that much time to find every little comment about them?
You know, it's funny. I've had so many people say, you don't have a life impersonating Marky. Now go and look at my tweets. I get usually a couple a day. If I feel like going on a rampage, I might do more. But usually it's just a handful. Every person that said I don't have anything better to do, I'll have a shit ton of tweets. I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Dominique is a fine example of that. He's just some loser in his 30s and got no better to do, and there she is tweeting all fucking day. Like 100 tweets to my 10 tweets. Yeah. No, you clearly have a life there, lady.
That's where they, like, gain their significance from, you know, their self-worth. It's their online personas.
Yeah, I just like to post stupid shit every now and then, and I just go on about my business.
Yeah.
If I can find a good troll worth spreading. Like, say, I'd say out of all of us, Homelessburg probably has the crown as far as trolling. That fake GoFundMe Photoshop, that was probably the most priceless trick. We did not expect Doucette and Monica Rial and Ron Toy and a few others to think that was real.
Well, they're not the brightest people. I want to say Doucette is the least bright among all of them.
See, I can't take him. I cannot take anybody seriously, no matter what side of this you're on. But if you're sitting at a computer or on your phone, spam tweeting all day over and over, I'm just going to label you an idiot and move on.
On the same Twitter thread too, for a month.
I don't know how he has. I know he's got a small following, but I don't know how he has a following at all. Like, this guy claims he's a lawyer, but somehow somehow he has time to stay on Twitter all fucking day, tweet. Jesus Christ!
No, it's sad. Yeah,
Like
dude.
I tried getting his attention a few times just to mess with him, but I don't think he can see it because he's too busy doing his next tweet.
Yeah. No, that dude. I don't even know what to say about Greg Doucette, other than he's a complete fucking moron that doesn't understand half the things that come out of his mouth.
I mean, I don't comment on the law stuff too much because I admittedly know jack and shit about law, so I don't know what's wrong or right there. I'm just going by everyone's behaviors, and you know, Doucette, he's a spurg.
Yeah.
He goes off about everything and everything. Tweet, over and over again. I'm like, no, you're a dipshit. No.
Yeah. Well, that's, like I said, that's where these people gain their significance, as their online personas. But so I got one last question for you on my end, and we'll continue to talk and see if the chat has any questions as well. But if you could switch accounts with any of the other parody accounts, who would it be and why?
I'm not too sure if I would. It would probably, if I did. I mean, I like what I got going with the Marky thing, but probably with Ron, because I think Ron instigates a little bit more rage from people, especially with his history. Ron, so I would switch with you because it is. I know how you trick people with that account because you have one letter difference and people aren't looking out for it.
No, I've watched on Twitter threads people get tricked because he's just so in character.
Yeah, with the smiley faces and shit, he's got it nailed down.
Yeah, and like the wacky feminist like comment, and people are just like, "Yeah, thanks." Like I remember, I saw a CouchCrows person. He commented on their tweet, and they go, "Thanks," and like they're all happy about it, and they don't even realize that he's just like mocking this fucking idiot.
Yeah, I think he might be in the lead as far as tricking people. Even a Kirsten girl too. She liked one of his tweets, thinking he was serious. Around the time Homelessberg bamboozled her.
And that Kirsten girl is just such a moron.
Yeah.
But does the chat have any questions? We'll wait a little bit.
I see one. Is there a parody account that doesn't exist that you think should? That's hard to answer. There's a lot of people that have them, but we've also had a lot of people just kind of stop. I don't want to put words in their mouths, but maybe they lost steam after the initial hearing didn't go in Vic's favor. So maybe that's why there's not a lot of people.
If you weren't doing Moochi, who do you think you would be doing?
Probably Dominique, just because she throws massive fits on social media. Or Monica.
Yeah. So Dave Marks asked, "Who's your favorite comedian, if you have one?"
Ooh, that's a. That's a tough choice. I can name a few of my favorites. I'll name two of them. I like Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, did you see I'm sure you saw their most
recent ones, yes. I just caught Bill Burr's not long ago, and yeah.
Great.
Especially the Chappelle one. That one had me in tears.
Oh, yeah. No, the Chappelle one was, like, really funny, and at some points just really just nailed the, what's the expression? It just got the point across, like, really well. It was too on the nose.
You're transported to the world of the last anime you watched. How screwed are you? Well, the last one I watched was Goblin Slayer, so I guess I'm getting fucked by a bunch of goblins.
So, Drive Night asks, question from Moochi. Okay, do you only run one parody account?
Yes, I only do one. I've only ever done one at a time. I'm on my fourth one because the other three got they got shit canned by Twitter and Marky throwing a fit.
Yeah. No, they tend to do that. But so Drive Night asked for us before that. Yes, when will you have a hero of letter on your show? Crow, do you know what that means?
Hero of letters. No, I don't.
Yeah, I have no clue. Sorry, Drive Night, I don't understand the question.
The parody account users on. Maybe it's somebody that we don't know about. It's because he said about having other parody accounts. Drive Night. Why don't if that's a parody account? Go and DM me on Twitter. That'd probably be the easiest way.
But yeah, I think Crow, do you have any questions?
No, not really. To be honest with you, man, I've just been enjoying the conversation the entire time. You are hilarious. I like the parody accounts. You guys are awesome.
I do see another question. Thank you. I'll go ahead and ask. Hey, it's Jelly Bean. Yeah, probably. Especially lately. See, Jaimie has been spreading her thunder cunt way of life past the Weeb War thing, past the whole Vic situation. Now, I'm sure you've seen the tweet she made about changing lines in the anime, and then there's a shit about China where she gave some stupid ass responses. No, I do believe she was being sarcastic, but when when you have one setting you're on 90% of the time, and in Jaimie's case, it's a mean spirited bitch. People aren't going to take it as a joke, so they didn't. And I think some aspects of her changing lines are true, and if she didn't, she obviously doesn't have an issue with it. So she keeps saying these things, and she's attracted more attention outside of the Vic situation. There were thousands of people coming at her. I think it calmed down now, but see, Jaimie here's she's letting her inner, what do you want to call it, clown out. Yeah. She's attracting attention outside of it, and the last couple of people that I had come at me getting mad thinking I was her, I don't think they were even involved in the whole Vic situation.
Yeah. And she just says the most outlandish stuff. Like, what was it? She calls men, like... Did she call men? It's like... predators? Just like all men?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know if she said all men. I can't remember. Clown meds. Let me answer this guy real quick. Yeah, I'm not paying you shit. You gave it up for feminism. Just be proud.
All right, the real question is, why am I watching this instead of doing my job? Because you're a good person. I just want to go. Drive Night said that him, K, the conversation, and K, the katana are the hero of letters. Just DM us and we can set something up, Drive Night. I would not be opposed to that. I like both of you guys, so just hit us up. I don't think there's really any more questions. But I do want to remind everybody that's here watching to go to Jaimie Moochi's Twitter. The link is in the description. It's at Burning Crotch, which is a great name. And I want to thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, we enjoyed having you on. Thanks for taking the time. Crow, do you want to sign us out?
Yes, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to another live stream with the CouchCrows. Special thanks to Jaimie Moochi Coochie, the best.
Or it says we should push the giveaway.
I love you, Aura. Let me get to that. Yes, guys, all you have to do is we're going to be announcing winners for the Sword and Shield games. And that's actually going to be happening tomorrow. So if you want to have a chance at winning either a copy of Pokemon Sword or a copy of Pokemon Shield, I will be taking a look at everything. I'll extend it out till midnight tonight. So go out there, be a subscriber to the channel, leave a comment on any of the videos. Your name will be entered into the raffle. We'll pick 2 names out. One gets sword, one gets shield. And finally, special, super special, awesome, mega thank you special guest, Jaimie Moochi Coochie, who has one of the best parody names, period.
Thanks, guys.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.